So we went on a strike, totally unprepared, and didn't have a meeting place, and eventually ended up meeting at an old theater in Granger that somehow we got the use of. Decided to move the strike to the big parent operation in Mapton. Went out and talked to the workers and convinced them, there's a lot of grievances. The wages hadn't gone up. Men were getting paid $1.50 an hour. The women, for doing exactly the same job, were being paid $1.25. So the workers on that ranch also went out on strike, and eventually people started coming from other ranches in the area and asking us to go and help pull their workers on a strike. So eventually it just mushroomed. At one point we had 14 to 16 ranch operations under strike, and this is, then, none of us knew what to do, right? Once you get them on strike, then what? So we made contact, and I was, like in my early 20s, and it was, so we made contact with the UFW in California, and everybody was busy, so they ended up sending their comptroller, accountant, and I remember working with a guy that helped us a lot. Was a former kind of a radical professor from Ellensburg who had some experience in organizing. The ACOU in Yakima showed up with a bunch of bullhorns for us. So eventually, we got some advice and got authorization cards, signed by the workers asking us, the UFW, to be their representative, and we started talking to the management, and then finally, because of, we got them totally unprepared, so they didn't have time to get strike breakers or get ready for the strike, and the hops, have to be harvested right when they start getting ripe. So the strikes lasted almost a week, and then finally we got the Yakima chief to agree to a secret ballot election, and we set up a committee of ministers, to supervise the election. And they agreed that if the workers won the strike, they would sit down and negotiate. And the strike was held, and the workers won I think if I remember, it was like 103 for and 2 or 3 against. It was just almost 100% in favor of forming a union. So then the ballots were counted by the independent committee and certified, and we thought we were going to get a contract. Then we started to negotiate. Dolores Huerta came down from California, but see, we didn't do it fast enough. We allowed, they were busy in California. By the time they came in the winter, the growers had kind of regrouped,